As we head into championship week, there has been buzz. Coaches be hiring, coaches be firing, and owners be talking way too much. So it has been a wild week in the NFL as far as owners talking too much and coaches being hired left and right. We got Robert Saleh, the new head coach of the Tennessee Titans. We have John Harbaugh, the head coach of the no one cares.
New York football Giants.
New York Giants. We got Stefanski with the Falcons. And who else we got?
Jesse Minter.
Minter with Go Blue with the Baltimore Ravens. I thought he was going to get the
other side.
And
I thought he was going to get the
isn't the Miami job off the market too?
Yeah, I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah, Jeff Halfley.
Yeah, Halfley. Green Bay offensive coordinator.
Green Bay's OC. Yeah.
They were saying like how like the GM and him look exactly alike. Yeah. They're like brothers. So like, tell me it's not brothers. But before we get into our show, we have a trip on the line. No, we're not giving one away because we can't. But we are planning our 2026 guys trip here, and we figured why not do it live on the show. So how it's going to go is we're going to pass around the hat here with all the names of different cities. Could be the same cities, could be different cities. But we're going to pass around, start with Jamie, and the name he pulls out or the city he pulls out is the city we are not going to. So it's last man standing or last city standing.
I'm not top five.
Are going to be going. The last city standing will be the city we are going to. So no, it's not. Are not top five because there's not five in here. So
there's six. So there's one left. So it's the not.
So
top five.
Jamie's picking first.
We are not going to San Francisco.
All right, shake it up.
Shake. Some more. Now shake it all the time.
All right. So we are not going to
number 4 on your not top 5.
Charlotte.
Boo.
All right, Mike.
All right. We are not going to Chicago.
Oh, no, Chicago.
All right.
I'm going to do this one, and then you're going to pick the one that we're... Oh, no, we still have one more after. Yep, so Mikey will pull out the city. We are not going to Dallas.
So we ain't going to Texas country because nothing's ever bigger than Texas. We got 2 left. We have 2 left. Where are we going to go? Mike will go, and I'll pull the last one.
All right. We are not going to Chicago.
Oh, yeah, 2 votes for Chicago.
That means the city we will be attending in October as Cinco Squad will be Seattle.
Okay. I like it. Okay.
West Coast.
West Side. I mean, we would play some, some West Coast.
Bring back the Seattle Supersonics.
But you know what? We can't because we'll get copyrighted and taken off air and shunned by YouTube forever. So we will be going to Seattle here in October. So any fun places that you want us to go, obviously we're going to hit Kraken. Obviously we want to go to UW. We want to go to different places. But
Seahawks.
Let us know. Where are we going?
Defending Super Bowl champs.
So Seattle is the winner. We're going to put that right here. Stick it right there. That is where we're going. So again, let us know in the comments what some suggestions in Seattle if you've ever been there or if you live there. So as we get into the NFL, the Seahawks and Sam, the Ginger Man Darnold, my brother, is taking the Seahawks by storm. He has eliminated the persona that he's a regular season quarterback. He played phenomenal. I mean, not phenomenal, right? He only had 173 yards, but he had, 5 touchdowns? He didn't need to anything.
Have a good game.
But this is going to be a little bit different of an opponent this Sunday in Seattle. The benefit on his side is they're playing in front of the 12th man. Mm-hmm. The tough part is they're playing a very red-hot LA Rams offense. They're playing a red-hot LA Rams defense. And they have basically been going at it all season, head-to-head.
Yep.
It's been one of their biggest rivals in the division. So what is needed from Seattle to overcome the giant of the Rams? Because it seems like the Rams and the Niners kind of own that division.
Yep.
What do they have to do to overcome them like they did to the Niners last week?
I mean, the first thing that's pretty cool is that the entire Super Bowl journey, if they make it, might all go through the West. They beat 2 NFC West teams, and if the Broncos make it in, then they beat an AFC West team. So it's just all West Coast there. A lot of love for the West Coast and this version of the playoffs. But the defense has to do exactly what they did last week. They have to play with that chip on their shoulder and punch the Rams in the mouth early. Like, get to Stafford early, rattle him early, kind of throw Sean McVay off his game script and make him do things out of context, because their regular offense and the game plan that they want to play is going to be the way they end up beating this team if Sean McVay could have it this way. Now, let's remember this. They scored 40 points on Seattle last time they played them. Mm-hmm. So it's not like they don't know how to score on this defense. But this defense has improved tremendously since that game. And you know that they were hoping for another shot at LA, because they are the only team that's embarrassed them like that for the entire season. And of course, the game against the Bucs, they were just kind of finding their feet. I think that was a total shootout. So I kind of just throw that one out because it was week 2 or 3. But this defense is nasty. They just got to show up and play their nasty style. Fans are going to go absolutely nuts. I think there was some crazy thing about like the noise level meter that it read when that kickoff was run back was so loud that it measured at something where like it can rival like a mini earthquake or something like that. It was insane. And these fans are ready to win. They are hungry for it. They haven't been to the Super Bowl in almost 10 years. Is that correct? About 9 years? So
yeah,
2016.
Yeah, about 10 years. So these fans are ready for another trip.
It's almost like with the trend, right?
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing in 2016? They were losing the Super Bowl off a crossing pattern.
Run the damn ball.
Why?
And it's like a 4-hour road trip south to the Super Bowl in San Fran. So
so like the biggest thing for me, like I see for Seattle is, can the team that does what got them there is going to win the game, right? Not go out of your way to try to play something that you're not, right? What they've done is they played hard-nosed defense. They've used their running game. They've utilized their top receivers, but they've also just attacked. Like, they would attack the other team's weakness, and that's just what they have to do in order to overcome them. I have Seattle winning this game in a 27-24 brutal matchup. So, What do you guys got?
Yeah, so I do agree with the fact that like Seattle needs to not stray away from what their identity is. Understand that your offense is definitely good enough to beat this Rams defense. Despite the fact this Rams defense is good on the pass rush, I think you can, if you get some protection for Darnold and some run blocking, you can beat them. It's going to be bend but don't break defensively for Seattle, because this Rams offense is too potent, has too many different weapons on it. You're not going to be able to shut them down like you did San Fran. It's not going to happen.
The injuries are going to catch up at some point, right? As much as you could be, like we said, Tonga's had a lot of snaps this year. You arguably have the heart of your locker room on both sides of the ball not playing in that game, right? On defense and offensive side of the ball. So at some point it was going to catch up to them.
100%. And I think Seattle, this is going to be a good game. This might be honestly the better of the 2 championship games this weekend. I have the Rams winning 31-28 in a very, very good.
You think they're going to get to 30? I don't think these teams get to 30. I think it's going to be a 27-24 game. Whoever has the ball last wins. I want to give it to the home team, but if history repeats itself, the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. So I got LA winning 27-24.
And I'm kind of tired of hearing about, they have injuries. This team has injuries. Everyone's injured. Everyone's injured. So, like, at this point in the year, it's buck up or shut up. It's play through these injuries, because what's more important, a ring or your money, right? And obviously, a lot of people would kind of be controversial with this, because your money is important in being on the field next year, but you have to win a ring, right? So, a lot of great opportunities for a lot of the young players on this team. I almost said Sam Bradford. Matthew Stafford has been here. He's been here in 2020 or 2021 when he beat y'all in the AFC divisional game, or NFC divisional game. So he knows what it takes to get here. Devontae is a veteran. They got a lot of veterans on the Rams team. So as we continue with shocking I guess not news, but just like
Updates.
what the fuck moments in the NFL. Like, I know it's been the headlines of the NFL here the last 4 days, and I guess we got to talk about it because it just doesn't make any sense. Terry Pegula and Brandon Beane decided to have a press conference, as they normally do, to close out the season, and talked about the Sean McDermott firing. Talked about how a lot of the decisions made were not on Beane as the reason why he keeps his job. Still doesn't make any sense to me why he still has a job, because if you don't make decisions as the GM, then why do you even have a job? Mm-hmm. So what are you doing? Are you just sitting there having a nice office? That's my biggest gripe with it is what was the point in throwing your team under the bus? Your players are already pissed off about the move. You then take a receiver who has had confidence issues all year long and
throwing him under the bus.
Now what makes him want to go out there and even perform? Trade me or release me and let me go somewhere else and then prove you wrong. Because to prove wrong, Keon Coleman is going to be scary. Yeah. He's going to be, any team's going to be like.
And of all the teams that can afford to lose a potential receiver that can break out, let's go ahead and take potential weapons away from Josh. Like, how asinine. And here's what I didn't understand by it. It's almost like they had no good reason for the fire, so they were just reaching. Oh, Josh's mental state was so bad after the game. We just can't stand to see him heartbroken like that. So we had to get rid of the head coach. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, I've never heard something so childish come from a billion. Well, yeah, billionaires do act like children.
We see it every year with Jerry. What do you mean?
But I haven't heard something almost. It was, to me, it's like, did I hear that right? It's almost like I was hearing something, but I didn't think I actually heard it.
Yeah.
And then to now go out and be like, well, he's the one, and the coaches really wanted Keon, so that's not on our GM. Here's the reason why he kept his job. He didn't hire McDermott. If he had hired McDermott, it would have been a double firing, because that's your guy, and your guy couldn't get the job done and get us to a Super Bowl. But you let go of the coach that has won the most games, I believe, in the last 5 years, regular season games. Andy Reid has won the most games if you can't playoffs. So good luck finding somebody to bring you instant success. Right? Only person that could probably do that right now ain't leaving the Indiana University. We know that for a fact. Right?
Yeah, I mean.
So I don't know who you're going to get in to give you a better result, but it was a dumb fire, and you should have given him one more chance.
Yeah, I just don't. And then the problem I had with it is a lot of contradiction throughout the entire presser. He was talking about how they were 5-2-3, 2-2-2-6, and it's like he goes, those are seedings for their playoffs the last 7 years. So you don't have those seedings if you're not a great football team. So then why fire McDermott then? That doesn't make any sense. So
and you're knowing that the market is drying up as well.
Yeah. So I just don't. I don't understand the move. I mean, I do in a way. Like, I understand you want to make a change. Sometimes you got to make that change. Look at the Warriors, like I alluded to in one of my videos, is that look at the Warriors. They had to make a move. What was this?
Mark Jackson.
Yeah. I almost said Mark Davis, but that's a fucking order for the Vegas. You had to make the move, and you got a championship-level coach in Steve Kerr. Now, they could do something like that. But if I'm a coach right now, do I really want that job? I mean, you have a prize quarterback in Josh Allen that most teams would fucking kill over, right?
Yep.
To have that solidification that we have the best quarterback in the league, let's just surround him. But, I just don't understand it. I'll never get it. Why owners have to throw people. You just didn't have to say anything. We're moving in a different direction. We've hit a playoff wall. That is it. That's all you had to say.
Yep.
And all you did was, and then not only that, you want to criticize Keon Coleman in his second year. So here's his draft class. Marvin Harrison Jr., 608 yards this year. Malik Neighbors tore his ACL, but only had 271. Roman Dunze, 661. Brian Thomas Jr., 700. Ricky Pearsall, 528. Again, injuries. Xavier Legette, 363. And then Ladd McConkey was taken after him at 708.
One pick after, which obviously butthurt by.
Everyone's up in arms about Keon not having a great year, but the rest of his receivers in his class didn't have that great of a year. Not one of them crossed 1,000 yards receiving. Now, some of them had injuries, right? I'm not blaming Malik. He probably would have been over 1,000. But the rest of the guys, average at best. So if you're going to criticize him, look at the market and look at where his class is right now. That's coaching. That's teaching how to play the game and be a professional. That's all about taking him under your wing and saying, this is what we can do. Now, the self-inflicted stuff that Keon did throughout the season, uncalled for. That is where I see Deion Dawkins saying he has to grow up and has to mature. But the coaching aspect of being a wide receiver in the NFL, that is coachable. You can't coach 6'6", 240. You can't coach that. So
no. Also, I feel like it needs to be pointed out because you mentioned like Pegula as an owner, just sit there. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to make comments, things like that. Not only did he say something, he lied.
Mm-hmm.
He said that the coaching staff was the one that pushed for Keon Coleman. And yes, by all accounts, McDermott and the coaching staff wanted Keon Coleman. However, there is footage, especially at the scouting combine, of Brandon Beane saying out loud multiple times he wanted Keon Coleman on the Bills. In fact, he ran a below average or below expected 40-yard dash time. And Beane's recorded comment on that was, I'm glad he ran that. It'll make it easier to get him.
Yeah.
Brandon Beane wanted Keon Coleman.
Yep.
It's just Pegula is going out of his way to lie and try to protect the guy he didn't fire to justify not firing him.
Well, at the end of the day, there was a glaring issue with the Buffalo Bills. They were missing a receiver. They traded away the best receiver in Stephon Diggs. Was it the right move? Probably because it was time and the way he was talking about how he wasn't getting any targets, but he was averaging the most in the league. And I don't understand that mindset. And then, so you had to do something in that. So I understand the coaches should have a say in who they want on their team, but you're the GM. You need to make those moves. So as we continue on I don't want to beat this to a dead horse. It's been talked about over and over again. No one cares anymore. But if I'm Josh Allen and the best of the players on the team, I'm like, well, what does this mean? So at the end of the day, hopefully that he can get a good coach in there and a team that around him to help him overpass that hump that he's in right now. So,
but the AFC isn't getting the AFC is only getting better, right? San Diego just got a lot better with that OC hire right away, instantly.
Well, San Diego doesn't have a team.
No, it is San Diego. I'll never call them LA.
So as we say in the AFC, we got the Broncos and Jarrett Stidham versus Drake May and the Patriots. And let's be very honest, the Patriots did not look good last week against the Texans. The only reason why they won that game is because it was who can turn the ball over more.
Because CJ Stroud couldn't friggin' find his own players.
And and I feel bad for Houston. If he doesn't turn the ball over that much, and you see the minimal turnovers that he had and just went through his progressions instead of forcing some passes and some guys catching the passes, we would see the Texans.
But I'm not buying that because one of them was a strip, 9 total turnovers. So you get the ball back 4 of the 5 times.
Yep.
And you do nothing.
But the Patriots just won, though. They just won that game. They didn't win it by a lot.
No, what I'm trying to say is that I think that he had enough second, third, fourth chances, and every time he kept coming up short. So it's not like your defense wasn't playing their ass off to say, you know what? Here's the ball back. Please do something productive. Oh, all right, here we go again. We got to go get it back again.
But as a coach, when you're looking at this Houston Texans team, it's a lot of positives that you have to take out of that game because that game could at least have been a 50-point deficit.
Without your best receiver as well. So he was missing his best weapon.
Well, 2 best receivers. Tank Dell's still not there.
Yeah, but they played the whole season without him, right? Yeah. So to me, it's like you adjusted without him all season long.
So
it's not like you lost him.
I see that, the Patriots escaped away that win. I think we're starting to see Drake May's deficiencies as a quarterback. His forcing the ball. It's going to be, the game's in Denver. It's going to be a mile high. You're going to have that difference in altitude. You're going to have that difference in a lot of noise, not playing at home. So I don't know. I'm a believer in Jarrett Stidham. So let's go Broncos. Let's go.
If there's one team that Jarrett Stidham may want to beat the most, it's the team that gave up on him.
Sweet revenge.
He used to be a New England Patriot. He's a New England Patriot draft pick. And I don't know why. I just get this funny feeling that Jarrett Stidham's about to have the game of his life. This Broncos defense is great. Like you said, they're at home, at Mile High. These teams that go to play the Broncos, for some reason, never travel when you would imagine they should. Mm-hmm. They always go way later than I feel like they should. And I think that all is going to play against New England. I think they're going to play better than they did last week, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Jarrett Stidham's going to be like, yo, Nick, what's your secret to being the backup of all time? And that's what he's going to do. He called Nick Foles. Nick Foles had to put down his pickleball paddle and said, I got you. Just run Denver. not Philly. All right.
I was gonna
You
say
got this.
if they run something they call the Denver Special, I'm gonna lose my mind.
And if it works,
it would be
it
fantastic.
would have worked. Like I don't know. I'm seeing this game as a close game. You know, Sean, what's his name? Sean
Payton.
Sean Payton.
I
Yeah.
can't think of fucking names. Dude, like what the hell? Sean Payton, I think, is a great defensive-minded coach. This defense is good. We saw it last week against the Bills. You saw the mistakes that he was making Josh make that you don't normally see. Right. So the biggest thing I can say right now is I want consistency out of the officiating. It's a glaring issue. There's a glaring issue with how things are called, when they're called. If you're going to call penalties, call them all game. If you're not, let them play, even on the last one, unless it's blatant, right? So in this game, I got the Broncos winning 30-20.
I am on the complete opposite end with my prediction. I think both coaches know that both quarterbacks in some way have to be protected, and so there's going to be a lot more run script. I think this is the sort of game where Peyton has the opportunity to outcoach Vrabel. He's been in this situation more times than Vrabel has. And I do think that he is going to have a better game plan for his quarterback to succeed. I think what the outcome of this game is going to come down to a field goal, and it's going to be 17-16 Broncos. So I think the Broncos are going to score defensively or set up a score defensively. So them's going to put one drive together, and then they're going to get the ball back and kick that field goal. And England's going to go field goal after an early touchdown. So 17-16, Broncos take the win at home. Mile High goes crazy, and we got a LA-Denver Super Bowl.
And shout out to the chubby kicker. Let's go. Let's go.
Chubby
Let's go.
Chubby
Let's get it.
You love to see it. I've got a few more points being scored, but not a whole lot more. I do agree with the whole field goal thing. So I've got Denver winning 24-21.
No, I mean, it's going to be a high-scoring game, I think. We're going to see Jarrett Stidham's kind of unleash it because I see the Patriots not taking him as serious as he's a big quarterback.
Vrabel's going to go after him.
Yeah, he's probably is.
He might have to Stroud all day long. They're not changing that game plan against a backup who hasn't had any snaps in the whole year. He hasn't had any snaps.
I believe this is the first game he's going to appear in since 2023.
But what do you guys going for him? He was the first person that Peyton brought into that locker room, and he's been the captain of that quarterback room. Obviously, with Nick's being a rookie last year.
What's funny, I did see this. Just wanted to point this out. What's funny is, so he and Nix are on the same team. Stidham was the starting quarterback at Auburn when Nix visited as a recruit.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
There's a picture of Stidham in the spring practice jersey, and Nix as a recruit wearing Auburn, the stuff they give the recruits. So I thought that was really interesting.
Full circle. Boys.
Someday you're gonna back me up, man.
Ha Niners. Ha talking all that shit.
No home Super Bowl.
And then you get yourself at your ass kicked. Oh yeah, I got all these injuries. Yeah, take that to the bank and roll it up.
But there's one team I'm not gonna give a hard time to. That they lost 8 to 9 starters. That's way too much attrition.
They should have played Mac Jones.
Yeah,
what they should have done.
Yeah.
Why?
Because another former Patriot quarterback. We needed a playoff full of former Patriot quarterbacks.
That's enough out of you, Mr. Giant.
I mean, when he came in for Purdy, he didn't look bad.
You want a Patriots jersey?
Secret
you want to
team.
get you a Mac Jones Patriots jersey?
Secret team because they have new at the beginning.
I don't.
That's his team now. He's a Patriots fan.
I've got no problems with the Patriots. Beat them twice in the Super Bowl. Never did nothing to me.
All right. Well, take us home with 21.
21.
Before I take you guys home, can we just say that all this stuff on social media and the story of our boy Fernando is just heartwarming to see that there's a kid who was rejected, a kid who was begging to play for his hometown university, a kid that was told you're not good enough for this, and full circle. I mean, how does sports just sometimes script so well? So thank you, sports gods, for giving us a great national championship game, by the way. I mean, one of the best that we've probably seen, like you said, in 7 or 8 years? It's been way too long. It's been so non-competitive that it was great to sit down and watch a game to almost the final play to decide it. So kudos to both teams. I saw something you popped up there about Cristobal potentially being a Steelers candidate. I don't know how much juice that has behind it other than a potential rumor. But that would be kind of interesting if that does
When
happen.
did I say that?
I just saw it pop up there when you pulled it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I was macroing your screen. All right, boys and girls, and all the ghouls and goblins in between. Your third edition of Beat the Clock 21, and I got my man's here, John, to help Mikey out. But if Mikey truly is the trivia king that he thinks
Who
he
won
is,
last week?
I
He
didn't
did
I didn't
not.
get to
He
21,
didn't get-
but I got to like 16.
got to like 15 or something like
So
that.
what's your, what
So
bet
no
did you
bets.
win?
No
No,
bets
you
because you have to
get-
get to 21.
It's below 5.
If you guys are 5 or lower, or you get to 21 or higher, that's it. So
We're
you're
never going to be
into
below
the-
5, so that should be a little bit more stakes on our end.
All right, so 11.
All right, there
So
we go.
11 on mine and then 21 on your end. All right, so Beat the Clock 21. Question number 1, in case you guys are tuning in for the first time. If they get it right without clues, 5 points. 1 clue, 3 points. 2 clues, 1 point. And if you ink, you ink. All right, Mikey, you got the 21-second clock, or you want me to run it?
I got it.
All right, so after I read the question, he starts the clock. Question number 1. Which rookie currently leads the NBA in scoring? Tick-tock.
Which rookie?
Which
Leads-
rookie currently leads?
Amongst
the league?
rookies or amongst all
Which
players?
amongst rookies?
Concanipple.
Correct. 5 points. He just passed Cooper Flag 2 nights ago. Well done, Mikey. 5 points off the rip.
I don't
All
really
right.
know that.
You should know this one. How many home wins do the Colorado Avalanche have this season?
32?
Clock running.
23.
Do you want a clue?
Yeah, clue.
Andrew Jackson.
Huh?
Andrew Jackson.
15?
Do you want the last clue?
Andrew Jackson.
Yeah.
The president?
Brian Dawkins.
21.
20.
There it is. 20. 1 point. All right, 1 point. Andrew Jackson is who is on the
Oh,
$20
you
bill.
had me start the clock.
That's all
I
right.
did.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That was a full
All
time.
right, so 6 points so far for the boys. Question number 3. Steelers, Ravens, and Pats have had 2 coaches in the past 20 seasons until a couple changes there. How many head coaches have the Raiders gone through in that same span over the last 20 years?
14.
10?
Clue?
12.
12 is correct. 5 more points. So we are up to
11.
11.
Okay,
All right,
so
so unless they get these last 2 wrong, then I do not get a bet this week. All right, question number 4. How many players have been drafted in the first round from Indiana University in the NFL draft?
6.
Absolutely correct. Did you see that stat today?
No, I didn't.
No, no.
5 more points. 16, so they might not need. So 6 players. And of course, we know it's going to be number 7 after this year's draft, but they've had 180 total in their program history, but only 6 in the first round. All right, last question. Can they get to 21 without the bonus? How many players have won the MVP and more than 1 Super Bowl in the NFL?
How many players have won the MVP? Like the regular season or Super
Regular
Bowl?
season MVP and more than 1 Super Bowl.
5.
2.
Doug, do you want a clue?
Yeah.
Continents.
7.
Boom. Correct. 3 points. That puts you up to 19, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. So we are sitting on 19 points. And if they get this right, I will put in another ridiculous 18-play parlay that John will send me at some point tomorrow. To see if
When
we
it
can win-
hits, he's going to be
see if
like,
we can win
Yeah, he's not gonna be upset.
paying for our
$37,000
trip to Seattle.
off $5. The bonus question. How many Super Bowls have the Denver Broncos lost?
They lost?
Lost.
2.
4.
No, 1.
Sorry, boys. Correct answer is 5. Remember, Elway lost 3 before he won 2.
Oh,
I
that's right.
thought he lost
then-
2 before he
And then Peyton lost 1.
Okay.
And then
Paying guys asking.
I can't remember the other one they lost, but it's 5.
It's like back in like the 60s. I
Yeah.
think they lost one.
Yep.
So,
So the boys got close. 19 this week, almost 21. There will be no 18-play parlay on my end, but he's going to show you his $2 18-play parlay to win 30, 40, maybe 50 grand. Who knows? It's ridiculous, but you never
got to
know.
lock it in to play.
If it hits, you guys will make him your best friend for the rest of your life.
We're going to be going to Seattle pretty good.
Yeah.
Speaking of Seattle, I got my girl's twin lives out there, so
Oh, there you go.
we'll have some people out there we can visit.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
fun. And then we can go to. Hopefully, we can go out there and see a Kraken game,
Yep.
see a Mariners, and a Seahawks game all in
Happy
one.
boys are ready for that red eye because we're coming back on that red eye to Tampa.
Our eyes are going to be red. So let's go.
For other reasons.
Yeah.
West Coast. Yes.
All right, so we got championship weekend. It doesn't really feel like champion.
It doesn't
It
either.
feels very odd, but yeah, we got championship weekend this week. It's looking like it's gonna be a fun matchup.
Yeah.
I hope it's good games. That's all I care about.
What
My
we've had
team's
so
on-
far is a lot of great football, other than that turnover fiasco that New England and Houston played in. Every other game has been great.
Well,
So-
Seattle, San
Well, the Seattle San Fran game was a wash. Yeah.
So let's see who's going to the Super Bowl. One year we will make it to Radio Row, and you'll see us just like this sitting
Yes.
on Radio Row,
Yes.
which will be fun. That's the best part. As Pat McAfee says, that's the best part of the Super Bowl is that week leading up and doing Radio Row. So make sure you guys tune into the socials. Trey Day is maybe making a return here soon. Maybe. I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll see you guys here soon.
For my
Happy-
girl Naomi Osaka. Come on.
Happy NFL weekend.